But first, here at 6 o'clock, it was a big day at the state capitol because it marked the last day lawmakers are allowed to introduce bills. All proposals had to be introduced by 5 o'clock this evening. Our Capitol correspondent Eitan Wallace takes a look at some of the pieces of legislation that beat the deadline.
With the strike of a gavel, lawmakers got to work Friday ahead of the big 5 p.m. deadline to introduce bills.
The clerk will now open the roll.
Just how many bills are we talking about? McGeorge School of Law adjunct professor Chris McKaylee says the answer is a lot.
I'm expecting just over 2,000 bills.
Among the bills introduced, several are focused on housing, including one from Assemblymember Alex Lee targeting corporations trying to buy single-family homes. Specifically, the proposal would prevent corporations that own more than 1,000 single-family homes from purchasing additional properties and converting them into rentals.
Why it's so important is because we have a housing crisis, a shortage of homes available. And when corporations outcompete hardworking families from their dream of being a homeowner, then that's a big problem.
On the issue of homelessness, Republican Assemblymember Josh Hoover co-authored a bill known as the Beyond Housing Measure.
It's very simple. It simply repeals the requirement that we can only spend money on Housing First programs, and it allows other types of programs that are actually getting people out of the cycle of homelessness, that are actually getting people drug abuse treatment and mental health treatment, and helping them get their lives back on track.
Former Assembly Speaker Anthony Rendon makes clear, though, combating homelessness often requires communication between various counties. He's introduced a bill to extend a program enabling counties to share information and better coordinate homelessness services.
It is very frustrating when you have these agencies not talking, when you have people working in silos, when you have them not sharing the information available.
On public safety, Assemblymember Evan Lowe introduced a bill to strengthen hate crime enforcement, including a proposal allowing judges to issue a search warrant in cases of misdemeanor hate crimes.
And what's important is that we stand firm and that we're demonstrating to our community that this will not be tolerated and that perpetrators will be prosecuted accordingly.
And then there's a bill from Republican Assemblymember Tom Lackey to increase the use of license plate readers statewide to help find missing people.
We have the technology available. Why in the world would we want it to save lives?
But all the bills come as the state faces a projected multi-billion-dollar budget deficit.
80% of all bills introduced have some sort of fiscal impact, and so the budget is definitely going to overshadow quite a few bills this year.
And keep in mind, this is just the beginning of a months-long process ahead. To make it to the governor's desk, bills must receive approval from various committees and both houses of the legislature. Reporting at the state capitol, Eitan Wallace, 17 News.